Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing 5 reasons not to get a dog in particular. Yes, I lay emphasis with the particular. So I'm sure a lot of you must be wondering, what's she talking about? Why should I not have a dog? Like, dogs are one of the most common pets that people keep. Like, seriously, a dog is a man's best friend. Come on, what's she talking about? But I just suggest you stay to the end of this video, and by the end, I'm sure you'll be able to see why I suggest that you do not get a dog in particular. The first reason I'll be discussing today is you don't have a stable schedule. Yes. So if you're somebody that, your schedule is not consistent, you wake up, you can leave the house 8 a.m., you can come back 2 p.m., you can leave again by 3 p.m., come back 12 midnight, your schedule is basically not stable. I suggest not to get a dog. And the reason is because dogs tend to behave best when they're on a consistent schedule, right? So meaning you take them out around a particular time of the day, maybe twice a day or 3 times in a day to pee, to poo, and also you feed them at some particular times of the day. They get used to it. That helps them to behave properly, right? So if you know that you don't have a consistent schedule, I suggest that you do not get a dog. So the second reason is you are unsure about the rules of your apartment. So if you are a tenant like me, meaning you rented your space you're staying, right, and you don't know about the rules and regulations of having a pet or not, having a dog especially, right, I suggest that you find out about this and you don't just go and buy the pet assuming that, oh, maybe my landlord will not say anything, or the tenants in my compound are quite nice, they're quite friendly, they won't mind. Don't forget that dogs are very vocal pets and they tend to bark, they tend to make a lot of noise. So if your where you're staying, your estate or your apartment has dogs being prohibited, or you are not sure, I suggest that you find out before proceeding to go and get the dog, because dogs will expose your secrets. They will just expose it. There's no how you can keep a dog in the house and then the dog will not bark. It is very, very difficult, like very difficult. So if you are not sure about that situation, I suggest that you do not get a dog. Yes. So the third reason is if you have a baby or you are expecting one. Yes. So it's not really a deal breaker, right? But it can be a problem eventually. So, having a newborn or you're expecting a baby and bringing in a new dog to the house, it can be quite overwhelming for you, because don't forget that the dog you're bringing in, even if the dog is not a puppy, even if it's an adult dog, the dog has to get acclimatized with your environment, and you have to also train the dog all over. Getting a puppy is way worse because you are starting afresh from training, potty training and everything. And imagine you're taking care of a baby and you are taking care of a dog. Even an adult dog might not be as easy, considering that they had learned whatever training they have from their previous owner and they are coming to your house. You might most likely have to start your training all over with them, and it requires, like I said earlier, consistency, a consistent schedule. Balancing that with taking care of a child, a newborn, can be quite tedious. So I suggest that if that is the situation that you are in, why don't you wait till you get the child, till you conceive and your child grows a little bit before you bring in a new dog to the family. Yes, that is my advice to you. So reason number 4 is that your partner isn't on board. Now this one kind of it resonates with me in a way, because when I got my dog, I was staying with my brother. I was living with my brother, and at that particular time I didn't tell him that I was getting a dog. I just came to the house and I was like, yeah, I'm getting a dog. And he wasn't really so open to the idea, because he knows dogs tend to pee around and everything, and he knew it might take a while before I get to train the dog out to pee, to train the dog. So he was also open with the idea. And of course, when the dog came, right, she was peeing and pooing all over the house, and we had it got us into a lot of arguments, a lot of times, a couple of arguments, right? We got to argue a lot over the dog, and the reason is because I did not tell him ahead. Now, he's not my partner, he's my brother, right? But then if you're staying with a partner, you're staying with a family member, whoever it is that you're staying with, I suggest that you let the person be properly informed before you bring in the dog. Because don't forget, when a dog is just coming in, the dog does not automatically know where it's meant to pee or poo. You have to teach the dog, you have to train the dog, and that does not happen in 1 day, 2 days, sometimes even months before the dog gets used to where it's meant to pee or poo. So if you have a partner or somebody or a housemate or a roommate that is not open to the idea, you just see yourself being the one doing everything all alone, taking care of the dog yourself, and you guys might also be getting into arguments which can strain your relationship. Eventually, my brother got used to the dog, and she also got used to where she's meant to poo and pee, and he eventually loved her. But it might not be like that in all situations, right? So it's better if you are not ready to tell, if your partner is not going to be on board on the whole situation of getting a dog, I suggest you do not get a dog. So the fifth reason is, do not get a dog if you are not knowledgeable about the breed. Yes, I see some people just say things like, give me any dog you have available for adoption, I am ready to take the dog, right? But they don't know that you have to be aware of the breed of dog that you want to take, because different breeds some of them have their different health issues or health conditions, and if you're getting a dog, you need to know, okay, these are the health challenges that this particular dog has. For example, they are what they call the brachycephalic dogs, like the short snout dogs. Those dogs tend to they are prone to respiratory problems, right? So if you're going to a house, or you have a house that is very stuffy, you guys don't have AC, you are like, your place is very choked and small and stuffy, I don't advise you to get a brachycephalic dog, because they are going to be having respiratory issues. And don't forget that when a dog has health conditions, apart from the regular bills you pay for their regular checkup, you're going to be spending more money taking care of the health issues that the dog has. There are some other dogs that have long hairs, the hound dogs, they have long hairs. A lot of them are prone to some ear diseases, and if you're not aware ahead, you get a dog, it's 2 years old, and you start seeing that it's having a lot of ear infections and things like that, you're wondering, why is this happening? And you begin to spend a lot of money, whereas you were not aware from the beginning. So if you know that you don't know the breed of dogs, of the different breeds of dogs, and the one you like in particular, you are not aware about all the things about that breed, I suggest that you should not get a dog. So I would like to add one extra tip, which is, if you do not like noise, I suggest that you do not get a dog in particular, because dogs will make noise. They tend to bark a lot, and there are some of them that are even very vocal. They will practically be having a conversation with you. Example, Siberian Huskies, right? So if you don't like noise, do not get a dog. Yes. Hope this video has been very helpful for you, and hope you have been able to watch from the beginning to the end, and you have seen reasons. And if you're someone that is considering the reasons I mentioned, I suggest that you think about them very well before you proceed to get a dog. Yeah, so thank you very much. See you guys on my next video. Bye.